135 of Neetcode 150, reversed linked list. So in this problem, we are given a linked list and we have to basically reverse it. Okay? So just to mention, we cannot use we cannot simply return head and then reverse it like this, because we are dealing with a linked list, and linked list works differently than simply reversing an array. So let's go ahead and see how we can do this. First, we have to understand the structure of a linked list. So basically, each numbers will point to the value to the right. Okay, and the last number is pointing to null. So in this problem, we are going to be willing to keep the previous value, the current value, and we are allowed to use current.next to specify the value to the right or the value that the current is pointing to. So first thing we want to do is to set the previous value to null, because also this is something that we have to consider. We should aim for a space complexity of big O of 1. So we cannot create another linked list or another array to store the values. So we are going to have to deal with what we are given. So basically, we're going to set the previous to null and the current to the first index. And the goal here is going to be basically to set every time the current.next equal to the previous value. So by doing this, we are gonna so by doing this, we are gonna basically break the previous link. Okay. Whoop. Just like this. But also you notice that we just changed the order of the array. So now we are pointing to the left. So this is exactly what we want to do for every values. But now notice that the problem is that not that our current.next is the previous value. Well, we kind of lost that bridge with that value too. This is the reason that we want to also create a placeholder value. Let's say hold. So after this, we can actually set our previous to current and our current to that hold, right? And after this, we're gonna set current.next equal to previous, just like this. All right, so now we reversed two numbers, just like this, and we have our old value that is holding the next value. So we are going to do this for every single values until we reach the end where 5 is basically going to be the starting value. So we are going to just return the value of the previous, because at the end we are going to stop until current exists. So once current reach null, while previous is going to be pointing at the first element of the new array, or the new linked list, pardon me. And this is how we are going to solve the problem. So let's go ahead and code this. First of all, what do we want? We want to have our previous, let's call it prev, and our current value, cur. And the previous is going to be equal to none at first. And current is going to be equal to head. And head is basically the list, the name of the list node. But by doing so, we are accessing the first element of that linked list, because we cannot access any element in the same way that we can access an element with the index when we're dealing with an array. This is not something we can do in a linked list. So we have to create these two values. Cool, it's done. What do we do then? We want a while until basically the current value is equal to none. So we are just going to say while cur. So once we reach none, this while loop is going to break. And what we want to do, we want to basically hold the next value, so current.next, and then we want to say cur that next value, you want to set it equal to the previous value. All right, once this is done, we can set the previous value to the current one, and we can set the current one to basically our hold. All right, and that's it. We can return prev, because prev is going to be the first element, so it is the same thing as the head. So right now, well, at the end of the while loop, the head is going to be prev, and prev basically is the last element of that initial head. So let's go ahead and send this, and there you go. So I hope you learned from this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.